I'm dreaming, I'm in a coconut dream. I'm dreaming in a coconut dream. This is Lewis Atlas. You're tuned in to Music Exclusives TV.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Javaya.
It is your girl, Tiana Taylor.
Eric Ballinger.
Tamia.
Kenny from the Nine.
Sniper Nell.
Y'all checking out Music Exclusives.
Music Exclusive.
Music Exclusives.
Music Exclusives.
Music Exclusives.
Music Exclusives.
Music Exclusives TV.
You mean tune in for real?
Yeah.
Huh?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Music Exclusive TV. It's your one and only Kadia Tusila, and I am sitting here with the legend, I would say, Mr. Lewis Atlas. How are you?
I'm just terrific. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, you actually have a show coming up on June 19th.
I do.
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
And where is it? What time?
I'm really excited about this show. It's at a place on Long Island called My Father's Place.
Oh, okay.
And this club, My Father's Place, was a legendary club on Long Island years and years and years ago. Mm-hmm. And they had all the best acts who would come through My Father's Place. I mean, like the top rock and soul and rhythm and blues and reggae acts would come through there. Wow. And then they moved it to another location a couple of years ago called the Roslyn Hotel. So it's a little bit more upscale than it was. It was more of a more of a down club, but now it has tables and there's food and I guess it's moved along with the times.
Things
like
have changed. Yeah.
Anyway, it's on June 19th. It's in Roslyn, Long Island.
And how did that show come about?
Yeah, well, I just one of the guy who books it, who's a kind of a legend in My Father's Places. He called me up. He said, you want to do the show? I said, yeah, I'd love to do a show there. And he said, can you get another person, another reggae artist to perform with you? And I said, yes, I certainly can. So I have the honor and the privilege of performing with a special guest star, Sister Carol.
Wow.
Now, Sister Carol's from Jamaica. She's one of the top entertainers in Jamaica, been a reggae artist for many years. She was known certainly throughout the world as a reggae artist, but she's also just done some films.
Okay.
She was in a film called Something Wild, where she sang at the beginning, That was a number of years ago. She's a terrific, wonderful person. So she'll be joining me.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Do I get an invite? Because I definitely want to come.
I
That is
insist
very
you come.
exciting.
I insist you be there. And it's going to be a good show. It'll be a really good show. It starts at 8. Doors are at 6. And we're really looking forward to that. On June 19th, My Father's Place, Roslyn,
Make sure
Long
you guys
Island.
check that out.
That's it.
Now, let's get into the music. Now, you
Yes.
do, out of all genres, you're doing reggae.
Yeah, how about that?
That is very unique.
Uh-huh.
Tell me, how did that come about?
Oh, well, that's an interesting story.
We have all day.
Yeah, good.
Talk to me.
My pleasure. The reggae came about in a very it was almost it was inspiration that came to me. I was a rock and roll singer, and also I did quite a bit of musical theater.
Okay.
I did some Broadway stuff, and I did some jazz singing and that kind of genre. But I also did a lot of rock and roll.
Okay.
And I went to Jamaica. But it didn't happen in Jamaica.
Oh, it didn't happen in
No.
Jamaica. Okay.
It did not happen in Jamaica. I was in Jamaica in like the late 70s.
All right.
And
did you get some influence while you were in Jamaica?
While I was
Did
in Jamaica, and it
influence
kind of seeped in. I was listening to Stevie Wonder,
Felt it?
and I was
Okay.
doing all this other stuff.
Okay.
I was really into it. But I'd hear the reggae music, Bob Marley, Jimmy Cliff, all the stuff that was being played, on the beach, on the buses, it was just fantastic. But it didn't really. I heard it, and it was like getting into my imagination. Hey, make a long story short, I came back to New York, and I started listening to it. I said, I really like this stuff. I'm getting into it, and I was listening to it. Listening to Bob Marley, all the roots people, which I really love.
I was going to ask you, what artists were you listening to at that time? Bob Marley?
Gregory Isaacs is one of my. I love Gregory Isaacs, and some of the old reggae guys who've been around a while. Unfortunately, a lot of them aren't with us anymore. But Jimmy Cliff, of course, he's still here.
Right.
Peter Tosh, roots roots people. You
Okay.
know, even older ones like Don Carlos, Horace Andy, a lot of the really
The
legendary,
really legendary.
roots.
Okay, so you were in tune with all of most
Yeah,
of
I was
them.
listening to it and just reading everything I could about it and just getting the vibe. But what happened is one day I was on the beach
Okay.
on Long Island, actually, not far from my father's place. I suppose I should
Okay.
tell this story at the gig, although I really want to play, not talk. But the upshot was that I went out on the beach and I put on Bob Marley on my headphones.
Okay.
And it just was like a revelation. I mean, it was like an inspiration. I just stood there. I went, oh my God, I can't believe this. I just couldn't believe the impact that it had on me. It was like the most wonderful thing I had ever heard in my life. And at that moment, when I felt it, I said, you know, I really think I really feel this music. I do feel it. I didn't think I felt it. I did feel it. But I think I really know this. It seems so familiar to me. It seems like something I've known all my life and felt, you know, in the air. And anyway, that's how I started. And I started playing it, you know, trying to find people to play with, you know.
Wow.
I had a number of bands that I fronted. Started doing covers.
Okay.
And then one day we were invited, this band I was in called Fat Man. We were invited to do a song on a recording for children with AIDS at the Power Station, which is one of the greatest recording studios in New York.
Okay.
And we went down, and we were going to do a cover. I think we were going to do "Waiting in Vain," which is an old Bob Marley tune, beautiful tune. But I said to myself, you know, maybe I should write something. You know, this doesn't make any sense.
There you go.
Right?
Okay,
Right?
yeah.
Okay. So I wrote my first tune, Shadow, and then I just started writing, and it started coming to me, and I got a producer, and I've released 4 records.
Wow,
The most recent one,
congratulations.
thank you, was out in March, called Coconut Dream. That's the one that we were playing a lot of tunes off.
And I've heard that song, very, very nice song. I was listening to it on my way here. It's very soothing. Your voice has a unique sound to it that I like,
Oh,
especially
thank
about
you.
that. And I
Thank
actually
you.
might ask you to
I
do a
appreciate
remedy
that.
towards the end of this interview, but we'll see. Let's
Yeah,
continue.
yeah.
But yeah, how did that song come about, and how did the title? What inspired you into naming it Coconut Dream?
Okay, I have to think about this for a minute. This time I was back. I go to Jamaica a lot.
Wow. Okay.
I was in Jamaica, and I think this was last year when I was in Jamaica.
How many
and
times have you been to Jamaica?
A lot. Like I
Well,
try
you
to.
see where the
I
experience
try to.
is
I was just
coming-
there in February. I try to go as much as possible.
Okay.
Because first of all, I love it.
And the food? What do you think? We cannot talk about Jamaica without mentioning the food. What is your favorite food? Let me just switch gears here.
You know, I
Are you a fan of jerk chicken, oxtail,
I do.
rice and
I
peas?
do. And the place I go has legendary place for jerk chicken called Boston Bay, Boston Jerk. They
Boston
have a
Bay.
jerk festival there. It's near Port Antonio, which is
Okay. I
in
might
Portland.
have to check that place out next
Yeah.
time I go to Jamaica.
Yeah, no problem.
Boston
Absolutely,
Bay.
that's the place to go. But I
Okay.
like all the food. You know, I like everything. I like rundown. I like escabeche fish. I like red snapper.
Are you more of a spicy person or a mild? Do you get all of your dishes?
Well, I like to think of myself as spicy.
Oh, okay, all right now.
But I try. I like. Yes, I do like
like-
spicy things.
okay.
But I also love the fruit, and the vegetables. I love the sour sap. Sour
Okay.
sap juice. I like to drink coconut water. I like the natural stuff more than the typical meats although the fish is very good.
Got it. What
Yeah.
inspires you to write your music?
What does?
What does when
my-
you're in Jamaica or New York, wherever?
What-
Like,
that's
what
okay.
inspires you to make
Yeah.
you want to write a certain song?
Yeah, it's my life, whatever's going on in my mind, in my life, in my emotions. I have at times decided I'm going to write a song, and then tried to write the song. And on occasion it has worked, but most of the time the song writes itself and comes to me. I have to be there to receive it.
Got it.
Sometimes I'm there to receive it, sometimes I'm not.
Okay.
And when I'm not there to receive it, that's the time one must exercise patience to wait and be confident that at some point you'll
It'll come.
the inspiration will come, and it does.
Yeah.
It does. But you go through these periods. The best writing I do is when it comes, and it comes out of, being in just thinking about things, feeling things, thinking about different things that are happening in the world, whether it's
Right.
political, social, or in my life, whether it's emotional or personal.
Right.
And you got to grab it. And also, I have, I was mentioning this the other day to my manager that I've been very lucky. I have songs come to me in my dreams.
Really?
Yeah. I'll be dreaming, and a tune will come. And I usually will get up and go, I got to do something. And it could be like 3 or 4 in the morning. Could be any time. Could be during the day as well. And luckily, I take out my phone and I have that voice memo and I put it down. I put a little, okay, this is what I'm doing right now. Whether it's a lyric or it's a melody. And then when I'm, ready to sit down, when I have time to sit down and write, I go over what I've put down and see if it gels again. You just have to gel twice.
You know what? I feel like that's what it means when you actually do have a gift. When you get it from either sleeping, having a dream, or even feeling it, and you don't even have to like really, do so much. But if it comes to you naturally, that's how I know. Sometimes, usually, this is a gift, and that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's really and there are songs that I've recorded that I wrote. Well, I didn't write them, but certainly the idea and the melody came to me in my sleep. One in particular that I remember that really is one of my favorite tunes that basically I woke up singing it. And that
Wow.
does happen quite a bit to me.
Right,
Yeah,
right. It happens to a lot of legendary artists as well.
Well, thank you.
So
I'm honored to be in that group.
I think so. Any advice you want to give to anyone who actually wants to transition into the reggae realm or Jamaican realm or any kind of music that they want to transition to? What kind of advice would you give them?
Who feels it knows it, as Bob Marley said. If you feel it, you know it.
There you
Just go with the way you feel. If you hear that music, whatever it is, whatever kind of music it is, if you feel it and you trust your feelings and you have confidence in your feelings and you go with your feelings, it's the best. It's the best thing to gauge what you should be doing. It's when you go against your feelings, no matter whether it's in music, art, or anything, where things tend to get confused a bit.
Right.
So anybody who wants to go into whatever kind of music, reggae or anything else, it's hard because you get into it. For me, it was an evolution because at first I thought, can I play this? I'm not Jamaican. I'm from New York City. Can I do this? And I reached out and finally, I had this really good show in Queens. I think this was a big moment at a place called Amazura. Huge.
Amazura, that's big.
Yeah.
That is very big.
I was on with some really big reggae artists from Jamaica.
Wow.
A band called the Fabulous Five Band, and they were out there warming up. And I was backstage, big arena with screens on both sides. So,
Oh, yeah.
holy cow, this is fantastic. And they were warming up, and I was backstage watching them. And I looked at them and I went, holy cow.
Were you nervous at any state of the time?
Nervous is an understatement of what I was at
my
that moment. I was like, I almost wanted to run. I said, these guys are incredible.
I'm sure you did great on the show.
These guys are the real thing.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, Lewis, are you the real thing? But I think I harkened back to that moment on the beach. I said, yeah, I feel this.
Well, you were there. I don't think they would have anyone come in if
Well,
they knew that they didn't have
artists
the
are
stamina to take up that big crowd in Amazura.
musicians, everybody, the insecurity is unbelievable. So
Yeah.
you're never 100% sure at every
Yeah.
moment whether you're there or not. But
Right.
anyway, the long and short is I aced it.
Nice.
I aced it, and
And-
it was a big moment for me.
That's exciting. And I can tell it comes naturally for you. Any artist you would like to collab with as
Oh
well?
God, jeez, yeah. I mean, plenty of artists. I know that Sting just did this reggae album with Shaggy.
Shaggy
yes.
is still around.
Yeah.
Sean Paul and
Yeah. I mean, that would be fantastic. Sister Carol. I had the opportunity of which unfortunately it was too bad. There was a great singer. His name was Sugar Minot. He was a
Okay.
legendary Jamaican singer. Also a great guy. Was a friend of mine, and you know, this is just the way it is in life sometimes. We were going to record together,
Right.
and we were about to do it. Unfortunately, not a good story, he passed away. But he had called me a few weeks before to get together. When are we going to go in the studio? And I said, yeah, man, we got to get into the studio. And then that was an opportunity that I'm really sorry that I missed, because that would have been a great collaboration with Sugar Minot. He's just a fantastic performer.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot more opportunities to come for you in your way.
Every morning when you get up, there are opportunities.
Exactly. I 100%
That's what's so wonderful
agree.
about being alive.
Exactly. I 100% agree. And your music is just, it's different, but I like it. I've listened to it, and it's just like, not everyone can do reggae. Not everyone can do reggae. So the fact that you're doing that, and you're doing an absolute great job at it, and you have a show coming up on June 19th, congrats on that, and congrats on taking that big leap as well. And it comes natural.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you for listening. I really appreciate when people listen.
Yeah, of course.
to
I love it.
music.
I love Coconut Dream. I'll probably listen to it on my way home
Oh,
again
wow.
today.
That's a real honor. Thank you very much.
Anything you want to tell your audience, how to reach you, your social media,
Yeah,
any next shows you have coming along?
Yeah, no, that's the main show that's coming along.
Okay.
And to keep up with me, it's Louis Atlas Music on Facebook.
Okay.
And louisatlas.com is my website. My management is Redwood Entertainment. And my PR is Patty Conti Limited. You can check out any of that. I urge you to please go to Louis Atlas Music on Facebook and give me a like, and let me know who you are, and you'll be up to date on everything that's coming out. I had a nice interview on Voice of America TV, which is on there, and all my shows, I post some snippets on there. So that's a good way to do it. Also, my website, louisatlas.com, where you can see all the records, and you can sample it, and certainly download it if you'd like. So that's the way to get to me.
Yes, and share, everyone.
Share, yes.
You have to promote and share everything. Thank you
agree.
so much for coming through the Music
Thank you,
Exclusives.
and thanks to Music Exclusives. Wonderful opportunity to be on a wonderful platform. So thank you so much.
Of course.
I appreciate Music Exclusives. I've seen a lot of your stuff, and it's
Thank
great.
you,
It's
thank
great.
you. I'm
Love it.
excited to continue
Love it.
and to listen to
Yeah.
your music.
Thank you.
You gained a new fan here. So.
Oh, aren't I lucky? What a beautiful fan too.
Thank you. I try.
You succeed.
Thank you. All right, guys. There you have it, Mr. Louis Atlas here, and we'll check you guys later. Thanks again for tuning, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, Music Exclusives TV, and don't go anywhere. We got a lot more in store for you guys. Bye.